What is going on, guys? HelloKittySlayr here, and today I'm motivated to make you guys a video. The gameplay you're watching is 131 kills and 4 deaths with the AN-94 in Raid, if you guys even care about gameplays anymore. But I want to do this video because I'm a huge football fan, and I want to do the Week 8 NFL Weekly Picks. There's a lot of teams on bye weeks this week, so there's not as many games happening this week, unfortunately, for us football fanatics. But let's just go ahead right ahead. The Thursday night game is Carolina at Tampa Bay. The Panthers are looking really good. Their defense is extremely underrated. No one's talking about them, but I think they have like a top 5, top 10 defense right now. They won 2 straight, and Tampa Bay is just Tampa Bay. And I feel bad for Revis. Revis, you could have went anywhere, and you chose Tampa Bay. I guess you really couldn't go anywhere because you were traded there, but you know how it all goes down and whatnot. But Tampa Bay is pathetic, and their coach is going to get fired by the end of the year. I promise you that. Dallas at Detroit. It's going to be a good game. I'm hoping Detroit wins. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick Detroit because I like their run. Since they got the run game going so far, and Calvin Johnson versus Dez Bryant. There's been a lot of not really beef, but Dez Bryant's been talking about how he's as good as Calvin. And if you've been paying attention, he tweeted, and it's not really beef, but we're going to see what Dez Bryant's all about. I think Dez Bryant's a great receiver, but he's no Calvin Johnson. He just needs to get real. And I'm hoping, obviously, I want Dallas to lose. I'm going to go ahead and say Detroit's going to win this game. 49ers at the Jaguars. 49ers have won 4 straight games. Jaguars obviously haven't won a game all year. And like I've said before, I honestly don't see them winning a game all year. I know they got Chad Henne starting instead of Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert is a fucking joke. He sucks, and he's worse than Whedon, and that's honestly saying something. But I'm going to have to go ahead and say San Fran. I love Colin Kaepernick. Really wish the Eagles would have had him. They almost drafted him a couple years ago, and it really freaking sucks that they didn't because he's a beast. And although he's not putting up numbers this year, I still think he's great, and they are like, 5-2 or something? So it's not like they're terrible or anything. Cleveland at Kansas City. I know Whedon got benched, or I'm not sure if he's really benched, but I know Jason Campbell's starting. And, Cleveland has a hellacious defense, but so does Kansas City. They're playing at Arrowhead Stadium. And I know whatever quarterback, especially if it's Whedon or Campbell, I know they're going to have trouble with that decimal level Kansas City's putting up, whatever. They have a phenomenal home field advantage. I think Kansas City's going to win this game 8-0. If they win this game, they'll be 8-0. Can you believe that after a 2-14 season? I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Miami at New England. Miami's been struggling lately. I'm not sure what their record is, honestly. I know they had a pretty impressive game earlier in the season. I haven't been keeping up on Miami. I know they, did they beat the Colts? I'm not sure. I know they beat the Falcons. They put up a fight against the Colts. I know that. And, this game's a toss-up for me. I'm going to have to go ahead. I'm going to say New England just because of home field. I know Gronk's back. I hate the Patriots, though. And, I'm just not sold on Miami, but this game could go either way. I'm just going to go ahead and pick the Patriots because every time I pick against the Patriots, they win. So maybe they'll lose if I pick them. I don't know. I'm picking the Patriots, though. Buffalo at New Orleans. A.J. Manuel's still out. I'm not sure who their quarterback is. Thaddeus Lewis, maybe. I know the game that he got injured, when the Browns game, they put in some rookie nobody, and he did terrible. He threw a pick 6. But you're not going to win. Even if E.J. Manuel was in this game, you're not going to win in New Orleans against the Saints. Saints are really good, and you can't underestimate their defense with Sean Payton back and Rob Ryan or whoever their defensive coordinator. It's Rob Ryan, yeah. I get Rob and Rex mixed up. But the Saints are going to be one of those teams that are going to be a hard knockout in the playoffs. And I'm pretty sure they will make the playoffs just solely because of the division. But I'm interested to see the Saints in the playoffs throughout the year. So I'm picking the Saints. Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to tell you right now, as you saw in the video yesterday, I wasn't too happy with the Eagles. If Nick Foles, I know Nick Foles is out. If Barkley plays, we have no shot. I don't care who we're playing. We could play Jacksonville, we would lose. I don't know about that. Let me take that back. But Michael Vick, I believe, is playing. He will be back on the field versus the Giants, is what I've heard. And we're home this time. We just beat them at their place a few weeks ago. And the Giants, you would think they would come alive sometime this year. I mean, they got the pieces. They got good wide receivers, and they obviously have Eli Manning. But they just, I don't know what they've been doing. They're 1-6 this year. and I'm fairly confident we can beat them with Michael Vick, and I'm excited because that game last week, it was bad. It was rough, and Michael Vick is going to help LaShawn McCoy be able to run the ball, which is my favorite player. And I'm excited to see the run game, see what we can get going, especially against that Giants defense who isn't the greatest. Even though they did look good on Monday night, but let's take something out of that right now. Freeman was terrible. He was the worst quarterback I've ever seen on a Monday Night Football game. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. Jets at the Bengals. Those Jets, man, you would think, at the beginning of the year, no one would give the Jets a chance. But that defense is outstanding. Geno is Geno. He does his thing. And, hell, what they do? Did they get beat the Patriots last week? Yeah, so this game, the Jets, I don't know about the Jets. Like, I don't know about them. I sure the hell don't know about the Bengals. But I'm going to go ahead and say the Bengals. Bengals are like 5-2. I'm going to go ahead and say the Bengals win this game at home. AJ Green. And I don't know if Geno just surprised the shit out of me beating the Patriots in that Falcons game on Monday night. I would not be surprised if he does something, pulls out some kind of hat trick, throws like 16 touchdowns this game. But I'm going to go ahead and say the Bengals are going to win, even though I don't really trust AJ Green or their running game. But, I mean, not AJ Green, fucking Andy Dalton, that motherfucker. I don't know. But, this game could go either way, and it's probably going to be a 50-50 chance. But Bengals, all right. Pittsburgh at Oakland. Pittsburgh is on a 2-game winning streak. Good job, Steelers fans. You finally win a couple games. And you'll probably win this game, too, because the Raiders are just, let's just say they're not too good. I know the Eagles are about to play the Raiders here in a couple weeks, or next week or something, 2 weeks from now. And I'm looking forward to that game, because if we lose that game, we know where our season's going. We're going to have a high draft pick. But Pittsburgh, I feel like they're going to go on the road. They're going to go over to the West Coast, and they're going to pull out a victory. Atlanta Falcons at the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have been playing teams tough this year, but I just don't believe in Carson Palmer, and I feel bad for Fitz because he's a balling wide receiver, and he'll never say anything against his quarterback or anything. But Palmer sucks, and you have no running game with Mendenhall, and until you get a running game, it's just not going to work. And I feel bad for saying that because Mendenhall went to the U of I, University of Illinois, which is like my place. But I don't know. You'd have to think the Falcons are going to start winning ball games even without Julio Jones, who's out for the year. There's been a ton of crazy season-ending injuries this year to a lot of great players, so it's really been shaking up the NFL, which happens every year, but pretty crazy. Washington at Denver. This game's going to be good. Like, the Redskins looked good last week against the Bears. I did happen to watch that game completely throughout, scouting my division, I guess you could say. And Washington going into Mile High, you're going to pick the Broncos. Obviously, a lot of people are going to pick the Broncos. But the Redskins, if they play like they did last week and not like they did the first 6 weeks of the year, last year, keep in mind, they started out 3-6 and they finished, with 7 straight wins or 6 straight wins, something like that. But I'm going to go with Denver. Green Bay at Minnesota, you're kidding me, right? Green Bay's going to win this game. Minnesota, whoever, Freeman has a concussion, he's out. So Ponder starts. Green Bay's still going to win this game. I feel horrible for AP because he's a hell of a player. And then we got Seattle at St. Louis. With Russell Wilson as a starter, I think the Seattle Seahawks are like 6-6 on the road and undefeated at home. And they're going on the road at St. Louis, but they're going to destroy St. Louis solely because Sam Bradford's out for the year. I don't even know who St. Louis's quarterback is. They got Kellen Quimmins, and I think they picked up Brady Quinn. And going against that Seahawks defense, you have no shot. So that game's not even going to be interesting at all. Seattle's going to stomp them. And they're getting Percy Harvin back, so they're going to be one of them really good Super Bowl contenders. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the NFL Weekly picks, and pick all my picks, and you'll win $1 million. Anyway, I'm out. Peace!